Eastern Conference quarterfinal between the New Jersey Devils and the Carolina Hurricanes. I don't actually have a Hurricanes figure, but I do have this ridiculously large Brendan Sutter rookie card. And this is one of those rivalries that just kind of happen over time. Kind of like Edmonton-Dallas in the 90s. Every time Carolina makes the playoffs, they get the Devils. And I think you guys are going to want to keep a close eye on this series, because the Devils story is so intriguing. Brodeur gets hurt, he's long-term, and everyone thinks it's doomsday for the Devils. Scott Clemmensen comes in for a couple months and shocks the NHL world by getting the Devils all the way up to second in the East. Then Brodeur came back. Bye-bye, Scott. Got a feel for the guy. Brodeur sets the record, he cuts the net, takes half an hour, and everything's hunky-dory in New Jersey. Until the final last little stretch with the Devils, and what the heck has happened? They lose their battle in the standings with the Washington Capitals, drop to third, and really turned it off. The Carolina Hurricanes, on the other hand, these guys might be the hottest team in the NHL heading into the playoffs. After looking like they might not even make the playoffs for most of the mid-season, the Carolina Hurricanes bolted all the way to 6th. They must be happy to have Eric Cole back. Oilers fans must be thrilled. I mean, the guy was on Carolina when they beat Edmonton in the final. He goes to Edmonton, they vastly underachieve, goes back to Carolina, and all of a sudden, they're looking like a pretty tough playoff team. Both teams have their share of young weapons up front. I mean, you look at Zach Parise on the Devils. Who wouldn't want that guy? And Eric Staal on the Hurricanes. He's got 40 goals in the season. One guy on Carolina you would normally want in a playoff situation, I think, is Rod Brind'amour for his Selke-like play. And he's normally a great defensive forward. I mean, here, let's look at his plus What? Did Rod Brind'amour get traded to the Leafs and no one told me? How was he on the ice for that many goals? A guy that's still in Carolina's good books, and you should hear his name mentioned a bunch of times in this series, Anton Babchuk. He's got 16 goals on the season as a defenseman. Now, if the Devils are going to beat the Hurricanes, they're going to need to be tough. And the guy I'm thinking about right now, can't wait to see him in the playoffs, David Clarkson. He had 17 goals, 32 points, led the Devils with 164 penalty minutes, and this is key, he didn't miss a single game. I really don't know who to pick in this one, because a month ago I would have picked the Devils, but right now the Hurricanes are hot as hell, pardon the pun. The one thing I'm crossing my fingers, can't wait to see, could you imagine if Brodeur got yanked for Clemmensen? You know what, last year the Capitals were the hottest team in the NHL heading into the playoffs, and Philly knocked them out in the first round. I think that's going to happen here. New Jersey's going to take Carolina. If Marty's up to his old tricks, that's what's going to happen.